بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله. Potentially you've already watched the vlog that I released probably about a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, probably even a week ago, depending on what other videos on YouTube. Now I have a genuine question to the Ash'ari Maturidiyya. Honestly, genuine, uqsum billah, from the bottom of my heart. Now look, this ground is Masjid Al-Aqsa. See the Irwani Qibla there, the Qibli Masjid. Then you've got the Dome of the Rock behind me. That was obviously made by Abdul Malik Mirwan, or both of them were. Then you've got the Aqsa, the Masjid Al-Aqsa Qadim. So where is it gone? Yeah, I'll show you just before I get into the question. So see that where that brother's coming up the stairs there? You can see him coming up? That's the old Aqsa. So obviously this is what was built after, but the original foundations were below. Now we all know that the Prophet ﷺ unanimously agreed, right? That the Prophet ﷺ went from Mecca, Masjid al-Haram, to Masjid al-Aqsa, to Masjid al-Aqsa, meaning all of this ground here, all of this ground is Masjid al-Aqsa. It's not just the mosque, okay? All of it is. So please, bear that in mind. Now, the question I have to the, I'll walk a bit. The question I have to the Ash'ari Maturidiyya, you believe and you affirm, right? Believing means you affirm that the Prophet ﷺ ascended with soul and body. Okay, if you go to Qadi Iyad in his Shifa, he mentions that some companions here and there, Muawiyah, Aisha and Anna said it was a dream, but then he adds and he says the majority and the correct opinion is that it was with mind and soul. And I'm sure you believe that as well. When the Prophet ﷺ came, right, let's go up the stairs because there's a family too. So he came, ﷺ, with body and soul to this location. I'm on the dome. So there's the ground, okay? All of it. When he came here, the hadith mentions in different wordings. I'll put it up on screen. Different wordings. There's many variations. But the words used in Arabic are urija and araja, and in another word, when he went to the heavens from this location, su'ida. All of these mean to ascend, okay? So you believe, and I'm sure you do, that the Prophet ﷺ came here, this location where I am at now, with body and soul. So he was here with his body. He was actually here, ﷺ. The question to ask now is, where did he go from here? Because you say the 6 directions do not contain Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe that as well. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned he's above. Urija, araja, su'ida, etc. means to ascend, right? You can't say urija in terms of status, right? You can't. I don't think you could use that here. And you can't say su'ida in terms of status, because the context of the hadith mentioned that he went from the first heaven, the second heaven, etc. I'll place it on screen. So, from here, he went above. No doubt about it. You believe that and I believe that. It's your fitrah to believe this. This about hayyiz and jiha and all of this is hadal qawl al-mutakallimin. This is from the mutakallimin. The Salaf did not even know about these statements and these sort of rhetoric. So I ask you genuinely, uqsumu billahi al-ali al-azim, I ask you genuinely from the bottom of my heart, when he came here, right? When he came here, this went here by the way when the Prophet ﷺ came. Which direction did he go? Because the words say urija, he ascended. He ascended, he went up, okay? He went up. Now, I can't understand what argument that you would use. I'm trying to think what counter arguments, because a lot of mental gymnastics will be employed by some of them. But the essence of the argument, or the crux of the argument is this, that deep down you know what we're saying. 150% you believe that he went upwards from this direction. Okay? Can you affirm that? Can we at least agree on that, right? I'm going to be completely blunt and frank. You know he went upwards in the direction up above. Okay? He ascended. Ascended cannot mean down. It could only mean up. And you can't say this ascension means ascending in, highness. No, it don't work like that. Because the Prophet ﷺ was here with mind, body and soul. Okay? Where did he go? That's a genuine question. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Where did he go? He went up. He went from here upwards, right? He went up. Simple. So, genuine question, my dear brothers. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just asking a genuine question. Where did he go from here? Because when he went up, right, another point I need to make. When he went up to the heavens, there's a hadith in Sahih Muslim, I think it's in Sahih Muslim, that when he was having it's a full hadith, Bukhari's hadith is lengthy. He was descending back to the sixth heaven where Musa alayhi salam was. And when he descended back to the sixth heaven, he had a conversation with Musa alayhi salam talking about the salat. So he went up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he went back down again to Musa and had a conversation with him. And that conversation was reoccurring a number of times. Like, go back to your Lord, I had experience with Bani Israel, they won't keep up with the prayers. And then ultimately, he went back and, ascended, descended, till he reached 5. He reached the 5 daily prayers. So when he reached the 5 daily prayers, the Prophet ﷺ said, don't feel shy, I can't keep going back to my Lord. Hope you respond to me. No mental gymnastics to be employed, please. I'm not a mutakallim, so don't please throw your rhetoric at me. Just a simple question, where did he go? Because the hadith clearly mentions urija, araja, su'ida throughout the hadith. But you would say, in status, I assume? I'm guessing, I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking the question. Came here from Mecca to Jerusalem over the grounds of Masjid Al-Aqsa with body and soul. He was here in this land, okay? Standing on here, led the prophets in prayer. Then, ثُمَّ عُرِجَ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ or عَرَجَ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ. And then when he went to the heavens, the hadith mentions su'ida. He went up. Okay? Where did he go? When he was here, where did he go? Because he was in Jerusalem. Did he go east? Did he go west? But the hadith in Arabic doesn't mention east or west. It doesn't mention yasar wa yameen. It doesn't mention junub wa shamal. It mentions urija, araja, su'ida. And I'll keep mentioning myself because I want to drill it. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Please visit this place. Palestinians love it when we visit and they keep saying ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, marhaban. This is your land. It's not just the Palestinians' land. So yeah, walillahi alhamdulillah. Please visit this place. And Asha'ar Maturidiyah, please answer the